Hello everybody, I'm going to step you through the process to create an online appraisal on Mahara ePortfolio. The instructions that are on the same site look like there's lots of steps, are quite confusing, but I'm going to step you through this to show you that it actually is a real simple process. I'm doing it on a Mac, but it doesn't matter, and that's the beauty about ePortfolio. Because it's web-based, doesn't matter which computer you're using to create it on. It's accessible from any computer and doesn't require any specific software. So all I'm going to do is open a browser. I'm doing this through Chrome. It doesn't matter if you're using Safari or Firefox or Explorer, it doesn't matter. First thing I want to do is go into my website and type in learn.burnside.school.nz, and look, there it is, enter, and we go to the school website. I'm not signed in and I need to sign in. When you sign into Moodle, you automatically sign into Mahara ePortfolio. So one of the important steps is to actually sign into the Moodle site first. So I go here, I sign in, and I'm straight back at Moodle. So I go to Tools, and I choose that top one, Mahara ePortfolio. I open that up, and I come to this quite intimidating page here. For this process here that we're going through, this online appraisal, you don't need to worry about any of this. All you do is click Portfolio, and you go into your portfolio. Now you'll see my portfolio is jammed full of documents because I've used it quite a bit and made lots of things. Yours will look exactly the same, except you will probably only see the dashboard page and the profile page. So what we need to do here is copy a page. So I click on copy a page, and we want to copy a page that I've created. So you type in BHS 2013, doesn't matter if it's caps or not, and you go, and it searches through those and it finds all of my BHS 2003 portfolio pages. You only need to copy one once. You don't want to copy individual pages, you want to copy a whole collection so it stays together. So you just click copy collection. Once you've copied the collection, it opens up to a new page, and we end up with this long file name called Copy of BHS 2013 Portfolio Appraisal Documentation. So what we actually want to do is just rename that. So I'm going to select it all, and I'm just going to go CZJ Appraisal 2013, and that's all there is to it. I could put the collection description in, but I don't need to. So I will go edit these collection pages. As soon as I do that, you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages that are part of this appraisal process. All I do now is click Done. This now takes me through and opens up the page. You won't see this one here. You won't see any of these collection pages on your portfolio unless you've made collections already. You will just see the CZJ appraisal, or whatever your code is, appraisal 2013. And in that you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages that are in there. So we want to open that up and start doing our appraisal. So you just click on the title of that copy, and it takes you to the first page. Now the first page is just an introduction page. You can read through it. It's got some simple instructions there, and down the bottom here it gives you an indication of what it's going to look like. The start of year, the criteria continuum, and then a comment that you can go through and type in, and that's what we're going to go through now. So I'll go back up to the top, and in my collection you can see it's made up of those 7 folders. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them displaying. If I want to see the rest, I click there on those 3 dots and you can see the rest. So I want to go into this one here, which is the start of the 2013 appraisal program. You'll notice they're all copies, so my original copy is staying on my computer, and you've just made copies of that. So I open it up, and this is the page that you will take over and edit and do with as you please. And when you look at it, it's pretty simple. You put your teacher information in. I will show you how to change this. It's got the start of year with the professional relationships and values, and you go down, here's all of those different criteria, and there's all of those continuums with the comments. So what we're going to do is just be able to click in there and write some comments in. So what I want to do is edit this page. So I click on edit this page and I get a new view that comes out. And down here looks like the display page did earlier. The only difference is I end up with this stuff at the top. Do I need to edit the title and description? No. Do I need to edit the layout? No. Do I need to edit the content? Yes. So that's all we're going to do. We don't need to worry about any of these content blocks because all we're doing is editing already existing content. So I click down here or slide down here until I see where it says the teacher information. Now each of these blocks, and you can see they're blocks, they're separated by lines, has two edit features. There is the edit button or the configure button, and there's the delete button. You don't need to use the delete button. If you do, you're going to have to go and download the page again. So it warns you if you try to delete. So if I click on X, it says, are you sure you want to delete this block? Cancel. No, I don't. What I want to do is configure it. As soon as I click on the configure, it pops up and it gives me this dialog box. And you can see in here, it's got the block title, which is teacher information right there. And then it's got the block content, name, main faculty, name of HOD. So I can just click in here and I can write whatever I wanted to. Say my name was Bill Lee Bob Thornton, and that's all they do. Okay, so I could type Billy Bob Thornton or whatever my name is, and I could go and change my faculty or department or change my head of departments or faculties and then go save, and it's changed. That's all there is to it. So if I wanted to go down and start filling out this form, I'd look down here to the professional relationship and values. So I don't want to change this block. I don't need to edit this block in here. The one I actually want to edit is this criteria 1, establish and maintain positive relationships with students. So I am going to click on that, and it says criteria 1, block content, establish and maintain positive relationships with students. So I'm going to scroll down by clicking in here and grabbing that slider bar. In fact, I can just slide down, and I want to put my continuum. Now I'm quite confident that I work well with maintaining positive relationships with students, so I'm going to say I'm a 10. I just go up here, change the highlighted color to red, and I scroll down. It says comment or reflection. Please click the edit button to put in your comment. So we've already clicked the edit button, so I'm going to delete that text as I don't want to do that, and I'm going to say I have established a number of after-school activities and groups with students, comma, there are also a number of competitions that I run outside of class time. And I could start to put a few more comments in here. How do I actually establish and maintain positive relationships with students? Well, I've got students coming in with doing tutoring. I've got the IT technicians group. I've got etc, etc, and I can put what I want to put in here. Once I'm done, I click save, and you can see now that this comment or reflections in here and it's all written up. Now I've left a comma here. If I want to edit that, go back. Oops, I went into criteria 2, so I'm just going to cancel. Go back in here, and I'll scroll down to where I had that mistake there, and I will change that to a full stop. And hey, I thought of something else I do, and it is that I also run the student technician group. This runs from seniors to juniors and is cross-curricular. And I can put more stuff in. Save. Now I can go back in and edit this anytime I want to and add more stuff to it. So it gives me a little bit more freedom to showcase what I'm actually doing, and that's what this is sort of about, is showcasing. Once I've done all of those things, and there's lots, there's no way around that, I click done, and bang, it takes me back to this pages thing here. Now I don't need to worry too much about that. All I do is I go back to my collections, and I go to my appraisal page, and then I'm right back into it, and I should be able to see my pages that I've done here. So I can go back and edit new ones, put new continuums in, put new comments in, and I could do this at any stage. If I wanted to, I can also go through and do this copy of the 2012-2013 Student Achievement. And this one here says, please read and delete the incorrect statement. So again, it's just the same process. Edit this page. For my senior classes, I click on the edit button there, sorry. For my senior classes, I have completed junior analysis. I have completed analysis of my juniors. I have completed analysis of my final student achievement 2012. I have reviewed my progress towards my 2012 goal. So all I'm doing is deleting the incorrect statement. I have set goals for 2013, and I can put a comment in here if I want to. Save, and there's my updated view. Once I've done that, same thing. Click done, takes me back to the pages. I click on collections, I go back to my appraisal, and there it all is there. Now if I wanted to print this off so that I could actually submit it and hand it in for other people to look at it, I'll click on the actual version that I want to complete, and I just go right click, print, and then I would just print. This is going to be a different view because it's a Mac, but I would just print to where I'm going to, the printer I wanted to print to, or I could print it to PDF. Towards the mid-year, you may want to go back and comment on how your continuums changed by mid-year. So you just repeat the process and you'd add any further comment or reflection in, and then at the end of the year you go through and do this. Now the benefit of this is that at any stage you would be able to go onto the computer, sign into Moodle, access this and see these things here. You can do this at home, you can do this on holiday, you could do this wherever you wanted to do it, if you did want to do it on holiday, by just logging into the site and going through and editing. So you've got more control over it. It becomes your document that you're sharing with someone else, and it really starts to give you a history of goals that you've set that aren't filed away in a filing cabinet that you can't look at. With this, you can look at it at any time. So hopefully that has gone through and explained this. If you want to see a couple of these stages again, all you do is rewind the video and you'll see it. So hopefully that is a pretty clear explanation of how to go through and edit stuff in the portfolio. Thank you for watching.